Dr. Mal Hettiarachchi, I think on that note, I'd like to move on to you. You have, as I mentioned, a lot of experience dealing with situations as this in de-radicalization of those who have taken up extremist ideologies and in the work of reconciliation. But looking at Sri Lanka today, yes, we've come out of the Easter Sunday attacks, and now it completely has turned out to be violent incidents at several areas of the country. But where are we heading now?
In Diwali, the Easter Sunday attacks were perpetrated by a small group of extremists. And today we are thinking that the Muslim community is homogeneous, that everybody is responsible. So I think the general public must understand that the attacks were conducted by a small network, and the individual responsible, I do not even want to mention the name, responsible for the attacks was somebody who was rejected by the schools he studied, threw him out, and he was rejected by all the groups he tried to join. So this tells us that largely the Muslim community rejected this man, and then he plugged himself into a global ideology. So for us as Sri Lankans to divert anger to the general Muslim population that resisted such an individual with such an extremist ideology is baseless. So I see today what happened with the Easter Sunday attacks. They couldn't divide the community because the community, the Muslim community was sad about the attacks. We always forget that we had the 3 church bombings and we had the hotel bombings. And we forget that in the hotel bombings, all communities died. We only speak about the foreigners, but Sinhalese Muslims died in the hotel bombings, but we don't talk about it. I think we have to remember that this was an attack on the entire community. So we need to remember that we must not go out and in the pretext of being patriotic do any harm to any community, because what they couldn't achieve on the 21st, they are beginning to splinter the community now. And those of us who are standing by and saying nothing, if those of us who see attack happening and don't do anything, we are complicit. So we have to stand up together as a community, Sri Lankan community, against this. So I am hopeful. I'm hopeful because in spite of several bashings that we have had in Sri Lanka over the different conflicts we've had, we've still stood together. And we must remember that we didn't completely fall with the LTT issue, and we are not going to fall with the IS issue, because I feel that we have come together more than before.